chat.
Is the account connected? Right. Check this out.
Yo. Yo. That's fire. Right, chat. Let's make you bigger. Is there no way to make the chat window bigger?
There's also a Teamsoft live stream needs to get rid of.
That shouldn't be live though. It might be in previous ones.
Yeah, that's like an accidental stream from 5 minutes ago.
Yeah. No, that was the one that YouTube set up for us.
Yeah.
Silly YouTube. Cool. Well, we're recording as well.
Alright. This thing on.
This thing on. Let's just get this cropped in nicely. That's about in the middle, isn't it? Looks good to me. No hands on the table.
Huh?
No arms on the table.
Hover hand.
Hover hand is key. Sick, we're live. We are live and we have chat.
Excellent.
Not that we're likely to get anyone watching it, but
we need to flip the camera still.
you're on the right.
I mean, I guess it's probably fine for now, but we should do that if it's easy to do now.
We could just...
If you can literally just like horizontal flip the...
Yeah.
It's supposed to just do that scene, or like that.
That's what I've done.
Oh, okay.
Your that camera angle is flipped.
Okay. I meant tabletop, but I guess whatever.
Oh no, the tabletop one we might as well keep. But this is now the right way around, so when we're looking at it, it makes sense. It's not the best angle. We need to turn the lights on as well.
Yeah.
Turn the studio lights on.
Coming right up.
Okay, that's something.
That light's a bit bright now. Your back end.
It is when it's on the camera. What is it like on
I'm just dimming it off the camera. That looks alright. I'm going to close the door. Jackets off.
Let's see. Yeah, the top. Can we dim the top a little bit?
Yeah. Make studio ceiling 20%.
I've sent the request.
That's better because there's not so much glare now.
That's glare. Cool.
Nice.
Right, are we ready?
I believe so.
Let's do it. We're recording. We've got chat going. Sick.
So we've got
Live
this.
GLC.
That's me.
And then 5 for room.
That's room. Nice. Our background looks a bit scuffed, but other than that,
Our background is going to have to be scuff, I'm
we're
afraid.
gaining.
Also, remember you have to talk to that camera.
Yes.
The little green
I keep
dot.
looking at the screen.
Look at chat, don't
Yeah.
look at the screen.
Yeah.
Right. Also, the other thing as well, both of us got grumbly after we'd been playing for a minute. We have to maintain higher pitch. Because it gets real
Project.
quick. Yeah. Well, it's less projection, it's more just making sure that it's not when you finish out and you run out of air, it is. You know what I mean? So when I was editing that, it starts off, every sentence we start off like, yeah, and then I'm going to go and get Guzzlord, and then I'm going to go, and then I'm going to get my Ball, and then I'm going to go direction, I'm going to fucking ASMR.
Gym Leader Challenge ASMR.
Gym Leader Challenge
ASMR Challenge.
That's the sound of the worst deck in the format.
Our room cam also isn't really set up anymore, but that's fine.
Room cam scuff anyway, no one cares about room cam.
Alright.
Okay,
Usual.
go for it. Every
It's a heads.
single time we play this game, Oscar gets a heads. It's unbelievable.
I'm just too good. I'll go second.
He's giving me
Shock.
the option. Right, ready?
Oh, what? Yeah, I guess you're playing. Yeah. Silly deck. Are we going to talk about decks, or should we just
We
get
can
into
talk about the decks. We've got blue sleeves versus orange sleeves.
And that's it.
Place your guesses as to what those are going to be.
Let's go, and we talk about it as we go.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's a mulligan. That would have been a brilliant opening hand.
Judge, he didn't show me his hand.
Check the stream. Problem with this deck is that it mulligans a lot. Like a lot.
Spoilers for what it is.
Yeah. I play 2 basics. 7. That's a second
R.I.P.
mulligan. Problem is with water, you don't ever really want to give them loads of mulligans. It's quite a dangerous hands-off table. Good thing about this deck is, though, because we don't play it very often, the sleeves are mint.
These
That's another mulligan.
Oh boy.
Statistically, the average is that it mulligans 4 times, and on the 5th time you should get it.
Statistically.
Statistics on the old fighting deck. Ooh, that's quite a lot of cards. That's another mulligan.
I think everyone knows what you're playing now.
Yeah.
First your mulligans. Yeah, this is Fighting Fossils.
Versus blue sleeves.
Versus blue sleeves. It's a water deck.
Yes, I've got a basic.
Nice. Alright, I will take my 4.
The statistics don't lie. It was actually 4 mulligans and a thing.
Cool. Those are cards.
Right. What was it? 1. Cool.
Right, you ready?
Yeah, let's go.
Let's get into it.
Draw for 10. Oh, what an unbelievable top deck that is.
That is huge. Turn 1.
That is mad.
Get the stadium.
Alright, we're going to go Stadium Nav.
Yeah.
Flip 2 coins. I just need 1 heads. Yes, 2 heads.
Sick. Please be prized.
Yeah, the problem is with this deck, there's quite a lot of prize search, so I'm going to be a bit slow here.
Hold your hand up slightly.
Better?
Yeah. Your arm's in the way a little bit as well. Should maybe you keep your sleeve.
It's my sleeves.
Pink sleeve.
I swear every time I play this deck, there's a problem with my prizes. So, the lab is there, which is good.
That's what you need first.
We need that. We need that. That's in the deck. That's in the deck. So that's good.
Who are you searching for here?
We're searching out to see who we've got. Unfortunately, Archeops is prized. And this deck's not very good at taking prizes. But I can take the Research Lab, which is very good. The only Pokemon that is prized is Archeops. But that is the nature of playing the fossil deck. So all of the boys are here except Archeops. Where's my hand going? There. I can actually get another stadium here, which I might do just because I can, and I don't really need Research Lab after this turn. It'd be nice to be able to Research Lab again, but it's not the end of the world if I can't. So I'll take Research Lab and Viridian Forest off that stadium nav.
Seems good.
I will play Research Lab. Put that into play. I will then Town Map, which is also a handy little card in this deck. There's Archeops. We know he's there now. Pokegear, Cynthia and Caitlin, Focus Slash Mine. Okay, so it's not bad
Not
prizes.
too bad. Archeops is obviously
Archeops is a problem,
annoying,
but we can dig out Archeops with, if we can take a prize, which playing against the Alolan Vulpix is actually quite easy. We can take a prize. The first thing I'm going to do now is red card you, so you don't get any of those mulligans.
I can't believe this. Turn 1 Research Lab red card.
Yeah, fossils are a good deck.
My hand was huge, obviously, but it wasn't actually amazing. But go from like 10 cards or whatever to
4. It's heavy.
Before I've even had a turn is pretty brutal.
And then I will attach a basic fighting energy to Machop, and then I will use Research Lab on the way over to you.
Yeah.
While you're doing that, I'll just use Research Lab. Now, because Archeops is prized, I don't really want to pull out Archon here, but is there a possibility that next turn I can actually get a knockout here? It is possible if I can hit the Machoke, but hitting the Machoke is not easy. So I think I've got an extra turn here. I'm probably not going to attack next turn.
Nope.
Sorry, I'm probably not going to attack next turn. So I'm going to take the Cranidos and the Omanite for now. I think that seems good. We can always evolve up from the fossil later on.
Cool.
The benefit of getting Research Lab, even if you can't get the Archeops out, it's obviously the best thing that you can do is having the Archeops out. But if you can't, you can get him off the fossil, and this deck does play Rare Candy, so you can just skip straight to Archeops.
Alright.
Which is handy.
Okay, my turn. This red card was pretty brutal. I don't have anything, so let me see if I can top deck something good. Be a Seeker, cool.
That is a big card right now.
That would be nice in like 3 turns. Cool. So this is pretty terrible. I'll play Capacious Bucket so I can thin my deck a bit. I can look at my prizes. So let's have a look at my Pokemon.
What are you looking for?
So I just want to check my prizes first for all my pokes. All right. So get an idea of what I'm playing here. This is a Wailord tank deck, essentially, with the Melodic Energy Grace to power it up from the discard pile. And I'm also playing the Titan. I guess it's kind of new, but it's not that new anymore.
It's new-ish.
Newish.
That's a Titan is like budget Wailord, basically.
Yeah.
The attack is slightly cheaper,
yeah.
it's slightly worse, and the Pokemon is slightly worse.
Right, so the Wide Lord is here, but the Wide Lut is prized, which is unfortunate. I do have Heavy Ball, so that's cool.
I can get you Wide Lit. Little Whalmer.
Oh, and Sobble is also prized.
Ooh, this might be a fossil victory.
This might be a bit of a donk. Remoraid is here and Auxiliary is here, so that's some draw.
That's one massive
this is
thing
rough.
that
Okay,
Fossil struggles with is draw engine.
So yeah, fuck it. I'm just going to grab these 2 to thin a bit, and then I'm basically just going to have to Beacon and pray. I can't get onto my bench, so I've got to hope that you can't actually KO me this turn.
It's possible.
It is possible. I guess it's just the consideration not getting these in case you get Cranidos and try and lower my hand size, but I think I just need to thin and literally draw anything to have any chance in this game. So.
Also, Cranidos takes 2 energy. There's no energy acceleration in this deck. Like, you've got at least 2 turns before you have to worry about that.
So I think it might just be grab the Remoraid and the Satodal and get Remoraid to hopefully start drawing some cards and get Satodal to just get an attacker going.
Makes sense.
So I'll get those into my hand with Beacon. And that's my turn.
Wow, okay. I will draw for turn. This is an interesting top deck. It's one of those cards that you don't ever really need to use. If you can get it to work, then that's great. I could actually play this, discard this. I can't really make this work on this turn. Do I want to attack the Vulpix and just get 20 damage in? Perhaps. Do I want to just Research Lab and get the Archon out and then just be ready with Archon? Or do I want to put down Jubilife and just shuffle draw? Which doesn't seem too bad. It would be nice to get the energy powered up on Machop. But it's not looking great for Machoke coming out. The only way I get Machoke out is by using Jubilife. So I think that I just have to sacrifice Archeops here. And I'm going to play Jubilife Village, Budget Beach. all of these cards I kind of want later, so I just use Jubilife to shuffle my hand into my deck and draw 5 cards, and that's the end of my go.
Okay. Interesting, because this does actually give me an out now, so
It does.
now I can actually get back in the game. So thanks for doing that.
Well, I couldn't do anything anyway, so I mean, I could attack you 3 times with Machop, but you can keep beaconing,
Yeah.
and it's just.
I mean, I feel like if you can, yeah. I mean, I've got
My hand was Teammates, Viridian Forest, Super Rod, and Maxis, all of which are useless.
great.
So I was like, you know what? It's probably better to just have the hand, and even though it gives you an out, it does cost you a turn, and you can't beacon if you use Beach. So Jubilife.
All right, I will draw my turn. So I'll put down my Remoraid and my Toddle.
Mm-hmm.
I'll get the Splash Energy on Toddle, so I can recover him, and also he needs a Special Energy to do more damage for his attack when he evolves, so that's nice to get that early. Yeah, don't really have anything else going on still. Touch Energy, so I'm just going to Beacon, I think.
Get that artillery going.
Yeah, actually, there is the option here to just go for the
Jubilife.
Jubilife, but I think getting Beacon, getting this Titan, and getting the the artillery out could be nice because I already have some energy in hand. So
Seems good to me.
let's just go for that.
Okay.
Keep it pushing. Beacon for these guys. And
Cool.
That's it.
I will draw for turn. Now that's an interesting card to top deck. That's good. First of all, we're going to evolve Machop into Machoke, which does give him an extra retreat cost, but whatever. Now, my thought process here, Omanyte stops Oscar from using items, which is pretty gangster, and I can use it now. So I'm thinking I might just Evo Soda here, have a little peek through my deck. I could go for Rampardos because he does 60 for 1, which is actually pretty good. It's actually really good. I never realised quite how strong that was. Or I can go for the Armor Star, which is as long as I have fewer Pokemon in play than my opponent, which at the moment I don't, they can't play items. So without Oscar playing another card, it doesn't really affect him too much. So for this turn, I think it's probably best for me to just take the Rampardos.
Seems pretty good. Rampardos is one of the scary cards against this deck because it's one of the only things that can hit 240. It's pretty scary. That doesn't knock out everything. Knocks out the Whale in 1 hit, knocks out the Titan in 1 hit. So not ideal.
So then my next play is probably going to be Trainer's Mail, and we're hoping to hit Letter here. It's not bad. We get Wally.
Okay.
I'm probably just going to play Wally, actually. I have no reason not to. So I'm just going to use Wally to evolve to Omastar. This actually means that I don't need to evolve under Archeops if I can get Arcan out, but it just doesn't look like Archeops is going to be a player here.
Yeah, I feel like Archeops is you kind of need to get him out pretty early.
If I could have got him this turn, it would have been incredible, but it's not brilliant. Then I'm going to probably just Jubilife here. I can't attack. I have no way to get any energy. Yeah, I'm just going to Jubilife.
All right.
C5.
Seems good. I might just start my turn then.
Yeah, go for it.
I'll draw. N. Interesting. Alright. So I've obviously got the Artillery and Titan from my Beacon last turn, so I might as well just evolve these guys up
While you can.
while I can. I top deck the End. That is finally a draw card. And you've just Jubilife, so you've got 5 fresh cards. There's really no way I could know what you have. I would give you +1 if I N you, but that's not the end of the world.
It's also Fossil. It's a pretty clunky deck. So
I think I just need to start going. I'm going to attach this to Titan, so I'm 1 step closer to attacking. And then I'm just going to N.
Okay.
Yeah, having the Armor Star down, obviously it's not active right now because Angus has to have fewer Pokemon on the bench, or in play, sorry, to lock the items. But it does mean that it makes my life really awkward because I can't really, as long as he doesn't really bench more, and that deck doesn't play a lot of Pokemon. So
I've got one more Pokemon I could bench.
yeah, so
it's not loads.
But as long as it stays as it is, I can't really afford to play down Pokemon because I'm going to be item locked, and that's pretty bad. So let's see. So here, yeah, I do have Dive Ball.
Put your hand a little bit further into there.
Yeah. So yeah, there is the argument to just try and play some items now and get set up and take the item lock. I know that there's also a chance that you're going to knock out my Vulpix.
It's doable. It's hard, but it's doable.
It's definitely doable.
The extra energy on the Machoke and hitting the cross drop would do it. Hitting the Machamp and the extra energy would do it. Hitting an Escape Rope and an energy would do it. There's a few options.
Yeah. So I just have to think if I'm willing to just take the L with the item lock for now to try and get something else set up. I'm just trying to think what I even set up because the Sobble isn't here. The Wailord, the Whelmer isn't in the deck. So I could set up like the Milotic to potentially get some energy acceleration later, or I could set up the the Slowbro that moves damage counters onto himself to heal the big guys. But
it does stop you getting items if you set anyone
I am
up,
mostly scared of the Rampardos though, to be honest. So don't really know what to do here, to be completely honest. I think I'm gonna play Battle Compressor just so have a look through my deck and get rid of some stuff. I play quite a lot of basic search supporters in this deck, and I maybe don't need
any of them.
as many of them anymore. Yeah,
In Gloria,
it actually
Clavel,
looks
and
like
Bridget.
most of them are prized. I think the Clavel is here, but I actually play Bridget and Gloria and Bulgai in this deck, and looks like those are all prized. So that makes sense why I didn't draw any of them in my first hand. Yeah, this Zombie really making my life difficult. I just don't know how to play around it.
Let your Pokemon get knocked out.
Well, I think that kind of is the vibe, isn't it?
I would love to hit a Kuzma off this top deck. It'd be clutch. Pull out this Toddle and smack it.
Yeah.
It'd be unreal.
Yeah, it's tough because I just don't have another attacker, like a backup attacker, really, if you do get this Titan knocked out. But I think I just have to play to try and keep my hand size down and avoid the Rapados. So let's go with the Clavel discard. Tools are still going to be useful here. Need that heavy ball. I'm probably not setting up Milotic, so it's kind of good to actually have have energies in my deck rather than
Pop your deck slightly higher again.
in discard pile.
Yeah, there you go.
There we go.
It's like always forearm level.
Yeah.
You gotta remember it.
So yeah, I'm gonna keep the quick ball so I can in my hand with it if I draw it. But let's take out the nest ball maybe. And I think that's probably fine. Just want to get a couple of cards.
Didn't you have to send 3?
Up to 3.
Oh, learn something new every day.
I don't think there's actually a way that you can hit me on this next turn.
Oh yeah. I think I can't hit 180, huh?
Don't think so. You have to use the Rampardos. Don't think you play a way to power that up without like Rhyhorn or something.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you play Max Elixir. But there's likely to go to play 6 right now. Do I want Jubilife here? It feels bad just to be burning all these items. I'll Dive Ball and fail it.
Play them all while you can, but don't get any use out of them.
Yeah. And Auxiliary for 1.
Mm-hmm.
Did get Heavy Ball.
Heavy Ball's pretty good. You know you can get your Whalmer out.
Yes. So that does make me now consider just committing to getting some guys out so I have a backup attacker. So I will play the Heavy Ball. And I'll look at my prizes. And there's the Sobble and the Whalmer. And all my basic search. I think I will take the Whalmer off the Heavy Ball. Sobble is great to get the online items, but I'm just scared that Titan's going to get smacked by Rampardos. So I'm going to get the whale. And I'm going to bench it.
Bye-bye items.
And then I'm going to... Yeah, I'm going to do life.
Okay.
Seems fine.
While you're doing that, I will draw
You
turn. That's not bad. That's not bad.
What did you get?
Top deck's a Karina, which gives me an item. That item could be Escape Rope. So that's pretty good. It also could get me Letter, which means that I can power up my Machamp, but I kind of want to maybe Escape Rope here. I think the main thing that I have to do is evolve Machamp. So I'm going to do that. Evolve the Machamp. Oscar cannot use items anymore. Now the question here is, do I go digging for some kind of energy with Letter? Do I tag call? I could tag call here for Guzma and Hala. Guzma and Hala away the Super Rod and the Karina to get me the special energy, the Float Stone, and a stadium that stops Oscar from setting up as much, maybe Viridian. So that's also not a bad option. I think that's probably the play. Yeah, so I'm going to tag call here. We might as well take Mallow and Lana, although I don't think it's useful. I might want that next turn. The main thing here that we're going for is Guzma and Hala. So off that tag call, I'll get Guzma and Hala and Mallow and Lana. There's a lot of ands in that sentence. Then I think the play here is to just get the energy. So we're going to Guzma and Hala. We're going to discard Karina because I don't really need any Pokemon anymore. Although she can search me Rare Candy and Archeops if I was to get it into the deck.
That's true.
But it's kind of like Archeops isn't really very useful. You probably evolve Whalmer next turn anyway. So I don't think it's going to be that great. I think Super Rod is pretty useless at this point in time. Fossil Excavation Map is also probably dead here. I don't really need to search for it. I don't need the Archon. Although I am taking a prize here, so I could use both of these next turn to get Archeops out, which prevents Oscar from evolving. But then what do you evolve? What have you got that needs to evolve?
I mean,
kind of nothing. Yeah, you probably get Whalmer this turn, Wailord this turn. Mallow and Lana's not that helpful, but the heal is really good. Super Rod late game is pretty busted as well. But maybe I keep the Fossil Excavation. Oh, well, if I play the Fossil down, you have items anyway, because I'm going to knock you out. So that's, yeah, it's dead. It's dead. We'll bin Karina and we'll bin Fossil Excavation Map. Don't know why that's so hard to say. I'm going to take the Float Stone.
Mm-hmm.
I I don't need to do any more damage here. So I think I'm going to take the stone energy, so he takes 20 less damage. Rampardos is a big boy. And I will grab Viridian Forest.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Viridian Forest is actually kind of useful for Oscar here. But Jubilife is also useful while he can't attack. I'm slightly scared for that's a Titan, but he does 160, is that right?
Nah, when he's got the special energy on, he does 80. Plus, with the special energy, he does plus 140. So he does 220.
That's pretty savage. That is pretty savage. So
That
I
is
think
why he's in
Rampardos
the deck.
might actually die here, which maybe is not good. So maybe Super Rod would have been useful. Good thing I kept it. So we will bin those two to take these lot. I could just kill it with the Machamp, sack off my Machamp, and then have Rampardos to swing into the Wailord later, which isn't the worst idea in the world. Because then if he kills me, I just come in with Rampardos next turn and KO it. If I come in with the Machamp to KO it, it kind of costs me a turn of attacking. So there is an argument for that. What do we do here? I have a feeling it might be better to just go in with the Rampardos. But I don't want to get that wrong. So I think I'm going to play down the Viridian.
Yep.
I'm going to use Viridian. And I'm going to discard probably the Super Rod. Feels bad.
Oof.
Yeah. I'm going to just whip myself out another energy. Attach it straight to Machamp.
Yep.
Whoops.
Ooh.
Whoops. That was also rubbish shuffling. Don't judge my shuffling.
We're supposed to be professionals now.
Pro gameplay only. Yeah, so that's going to be my play, and then I'm just going to Strong Arm Lariat for 100 damage to knock this out. And I think here I'm actually going to take the Focus Sash, because that means Rampardos cannot die.
That is true. Alright. So I think I'm just going in with Titan here. I can knock out this Machamp, which is pretty big. So let's promote Titan. And let's draw. Evo Incense is a nice top deck. And since now we have equal number of Pokemon in play because you knocked out Vulpix, I can play items.
Yep.
So let me think about this. I can play this. So ideally what I want to do here is try and get my hand size down below 4. So the Jurassic Hammer...
Below 3.
It's 3 or less, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so 3 is fine.
Yeah, but you said below 4.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you mean.
3 is
Yeah.
possible.
I know what you mean.
3 is the one that's before 4.
Yes, correct.
So if I play this, and
5, 3, 4, 2, 1.
I can attach this energy, and then what's nice is I can actually use your Viridian to discard a card. I was just going to burn the Scoop Up on the Whalmer, but I think using Evolution Incense to evolve it is nice. I can use this. Then I'll have 3 cards, but then I will take a prize card, so then I'll have 4 cards. So, am I scared of Raihan? The answer is yes. Do you have Raihan? I don't know. I'm not going to look at your hand, Gam.
We're going to keep this one down. Critical information.
So I can play this. I can just burn this, and I can burn this, and then I can just discard a card with Viridian.
Put your hand a bit further in.
So I think that is what I've got to do, which is kind of sad. But I think if you can't knock me out with Rampardos, then you're in a pretty bad spot.
It's pretty rough, I'll be honest. It's pretty rough.
So I think that's going to be the play. So I'm going to Evo Incense.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to fail it, but I'll shuffle my deck anyway.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. So you have the Wailord.
Huh?
You have the Wailord.
But I need to burn the scoop up net to get less than 4 cards.
Okay. Yeah.
So I don't want to actually get it into my hand.
Mm-hmm.
I can attach.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll play a skip up net, put this into my hands, and put it back.
Mm-hmm.
But now I can't evolve it. And then I'll use Viridian to discard Inteleon,
Mm-hmm.
and again fail it.
Mm-hmm.
I've just shuffled, so that's fine. And then I just special horn for knockout.
Yeah, which is quite painful, I'll be honest.
And
It's
take
sad to lose
prize.
Machamp, especially early on, because he can get so big with his crisis muscles. When you've got low prizes, when your opponent's got low prizes, he beefs up like a big man. Right, I think here I put Omastar in. I will draw for turn. What a top deck. That is unbelievably cracked top deck gameplay. So I'm going to pop the Floatstone on the Omastar. I'm going to Focus Sash Rampardos. I'm going to attach a Stone Energy to Rampardos. And then I'm going to Raihan.
Oh.
Woo!
Here we go.
Brutal Fossil
Fossil's
gameplay.
cooking.
Fossil is cooking. Right, that gets me the knockout here for That's a Titan, because you've got 4 cards, correct?
I have 3 cards.
Ah,
that was the whole point of my last turn. Do you not just let me explain that for 5 minutes?
Down. But I do get to search for a
That was
card,
the whole
and I
point.
can search for, is there anything in my deck that can save me by adding a card to Oscar's hand?
You burned your red card.
I have burned my red card, although it was very good. So
It was, yeah.
what I can do here is actually just search for a crap Pokemon, like Carbink or something, or an identified fossil maybe, to juice up for the next turn. Or even Lily's Pokédoll, because then I could bin it. That doesn't seem like a bad idea. And then just leave it in the active spot, because unless Oscar has Guzma, which is possible, which actually still doesn't matter because Focus Sash will keep me alive, it is just an extra saving grace. So I think I might just take the Lily's Pokédoll here. That's probably correct, because what I really need to do is like Iono or something. I could actually take Iono for next turn, which isn't a bad idea either. But then I do lose Omastar or Rampardos, or a lot of energy on either of them. But you can't use items. You've got 3 cards in your hand. He doesn't have the Wailord. You can't. You can use Auxiliary for now. I could also go for Maxis here, knowing that I have Viridian Forest to bin some cards, which is quite strong. But I think I will go. I'll just take Iono.
Yeah. That seems good because you can force my hand
Force
size.
Rampardos to be good here, and then I can knock out That's a Titan, because Rampardos isn't dying here unless Oscar hits Field Blower. But if he hits the Field Blower, then to be honest, I'm screwed anyway. There's no hope. So off the right hand, I'll take my Iono. I will then retreat into the Rampardos, and I will hit you with Headbutt Bounce for 60 damage.
Okay.
Actually, is it 80? Which one is this?
That's the minus
Takes 20
damage.
less, yeah.
So 60 with headbutt bounce.
That's
All right.
the one. Oh, hang on, I can actually use Viridian before I do that. So before I do that, I'm not going to do that. Ignore me. Oh, I should have. It's fine. No, I'll do that. We'll go ahead. Ignore me. I'll knock out. I probably could have gone, instead of off the Raihan taking the Iono, I could have taken the Maxis, binned one of the supporters with Viridian, knowing I could bin one again next turn. So unless Oscar did anything, I could have got Machamp back, which is probably better than taking the Iono, but we are where we are. So that's fine. Over to you.
All right. I'll draw. Floatstone. So that's a playable card. See, I can't really do much about the Iono.
Without ending or moneying yourself,
but I can
causes the problems.
I can just set up for next turn.
Mm-hmm.
So I could just Gloria to grab something like Articuno, attach energy to it, and then just be ready to
deal
knock
with
out
it.
the Rampardos next turn. Because I could attack this turn. The Focus Sash is going to stay there, but I could put you down to 10 hit points.
Yeah.
So I just need something to poke. And if I use the Articuno, I can also move those energies off him onto the whale mode to start powering that up. So that seems like a pretty nice play.
Yeah.
So I'm going to Gloria.
Yeah.
And yeah, there he is. I could even Feebas. I could Rain Splash for 10 damage.
You could. I'd love to see it. It would be great.
This could be the big knockout with the Rain Splash.
The non-optimal Feebas, or is that the optimal?
He's got Submerge, mate.
That is the optimal.
He's got a bench barrier. But I think Articuno is pretty good, to be honest.
I think Articuno is probably the best. I mean, you could take both, because at this point
well, that's
you
the
are
thing.
just...
Because question is, at this point, you're just hardly going to have any guys in play. So do I just commit to I'm not going to have items, and maybe that's fine. I think that might be the play. I think getting out the once this guy goes down, there's some energy in the discard. Having the Melodic out could be nice to get another attacker going if something goes wrong here. So I'm definitely taking this. Could even take the Slowpoke, but don't know how much that's going to matter. So let's just take the Feebas and the Articuno. I guess here I can consider just drawing cards.
Yeah.
Knowing that you're... I know that... Well, actually, I guess I don't technically know that you've taken Iono.
No.
Because you've just taken a card of Raihan. But you did take a card of Raihan, and then...
I would probably take something that
Not
bumps
play
your hand size up, though. So you would probably know that even if we hadn't been talking about it.
Let's put down Articuno. Let's put down Wash Energy. Let's put down Feebas. Let's put Floatstone onto Artillery.
Which you can now do under Omastar because it's not an item.
It's a tool. It says item here, but it's not an
tool.
item. It's a tool. Ooh, there's the last card in my hand. So I can Artillery here. The other thing is that if I don't Artillery, I'm forcing you to use Iono over any other supporter, but don't know how much that really matters.
Then you just don't have any energy. I guess you can always get it with Viridian.
Yeah, what cards am I even looking for here to draw? Because I kind of just want to leave stuff in my deck that I want to draw into off Iono. I basically just need energy for next turn. Yeah, that's Artillery. Let's draw. Okay. So Pot Helmet isn't going to matter here, is it? Because you've got
big damage.
240.
It would make a difference on the Warlord, because he's got 260 if you're playing the jumbo-sized Warlord.
Yes.
And with
so
Sash on there, I can't really do anything about it because I can't Muscle Band.
We'll stick the Potty Helmet there. Can't play as Level Ball. But I can burn it with Viridian. And chuck my deck. And then I think I'm just gonna Special Horn.
Yeah.
For the not knockout.
How many damage is that? 160. How many cards have you got in your hand now?
I have 3.
Damn. So I have to Iono.
You have to
here.
Iono.
I was going to Mallow and Lana if possible there.
Yeah.
That's
why I'm
would
thinking
have saved a
keeping
lot of
the
damage.
hand size down, which is why I wasn't sure about the Artillery, but obviously
Draw for
I was
10.
able to. I thought with the Viridian being able to burn an extra card, decent chance.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, I could just sacrifice Omastar, but I don't think it's worth it. So I think I'm just going to Iono here.
Yep.
So we definitely get rid of that. So Titan. And I basically need to hope for a clutch Maxis. Whoops, just launched a card. Okay, so here's what we're... Ooh, that's the wrong camera angle. Here's what we're looking at, which is actually a pretty good hand. I'll be honest, I quite like it. Yeah. You can't see this one.
Why don't put it on the screen then?
I'm putting it on for the stream. For the stream, we can see what I'm thinking here with these cards maybe and this. So that's going to be my plan of
I
action.
broke my eyes.
That's going to be my plan. I think there's not really much that I can do at the moment. I might as well get an energy for Omastar. I kind of don't want to leave Viridian Forest in play. So I think the play here is probably to Viridian Forest away Lusamine, which feels quite bad, but we might as well do it. Get an energy, chuck it on Omastar. Keep the hand down. Having extra supporters when you're looking for a Maxis on a turn is not great. So even though it's low probability, it's higher probability than having a bunch of supporters in my hand that I can't get rid of. So we'll do that. And then I think we just have to Jurassic Hammer for the knockout.
Big.
Now, this is a weird one because I kind of want cards that I can play. So although I want all of those cards, I'm going to take Poker Gear because I can burn Poker Gear and it might see me the Maxis. So
It's true.
Poker Gear is the card.
With the splash energy, these guys go back into my hand.
Correct.
Alright. Well, promote the float.
Always.
Obviously.
Promote the float is the golden rule of any Pokemon format. Particularly in GLC, actually, because everyone's got weird retreat costs and you don't really want to pay energy. So,
alright. And we draw. We top like reversal energy.
whoops.
Woo. Sorry, there was an earthquake in the studio.
Earthquake. It's because I'm playing the rock deck.
Alright, so what do we do? I just need to hit 10 damage to KO this guy. But this will be really nice if I can do this with Articuno since... since then I can just move the energies onto Whalmer, and then he also has the bench barrier, the Blizzard Veil, so he prevents
the
gusting
whole...
effects from supporters. So
Yeah.
no Boss, no Lysander, no Gizmo, whatever. So... I am actually behind on prizes now, so my reversal energy is active, and my counter energy is active, and I do have Guzma Hollow in hand. So I just need to think if I've actually seen my counter energy in deck, and I don't remember.
Why do you need counter energy?
So I can attach to here.
You can just use Viridian.
Could just use Viridian, but it's nice to just get the special energy onto him.
Ah, I see what you mean.
I guess I already have the wash energy, so maybe you're right. Maybe it's just better to...
Not to give you the play,
Yeah.
but I feel like it's just Viridian for a basic water and then put 2 energy on the Whalmer. Shooting myself in the foot for the name of correct gameplay.
Yeah, I mean, either way, I've got the knockout, and it's going to be pretty tough for you. You're going to have to really get Maxis Machamp, I think, is the...
Yeah, which is possible.
Definitely possible.
It's
And
definitely
for that
possible.
reason, I'm also going to bench my Satotl
Yeah.
so that I can get him powered back up in
The
a
problem
minute.
is, even with Machamp, he needs 2 energy to attack. So, kind of sucks.
Yeah.
But Omastar can do 60 damage next turn, so, you know.
I don't know if I'm even going to get the Slowbro out, really.
Actually, Omastar as an attacker here is not even bad, because Omastar to whack the Articuno for 60 leaves the Articuno there, and we know that the Float Stone is here. So, I mean, there might be some more switch cards, but
Yeah.
seems pretty good.
Good. Viridian, discard the Guzmahala,
Mm-hmm.
and let's get Water Energy out of my deck. So counter is in here for reference. Now I'm just thinking about it, actually, maybe Gizmahala could have been nice to search out the like Acuity, but I don't know how much difference that really makes.
I don't think it makes any difference.
Yeah, because I'm just trying to consider here that I actually have the Wailord now. The Wailord is just somewhere in my deck, and I do have a Toddle, but he does. He does not have enough hit points to survive Machamp. So I'll touch here. Yeah, I need to think about who I want to put these energies on when I attack with Articuno. But I'm not going to do anything else here. I've attached. I played Supporter. No, I didn't play Supporter yet, did I? But
No.
none of these are really useful, to be honest. So I'm just going to retreat into the Articuno.
Mm-hmm. And swing for the knockout.
I'm going to swing for the knockout with Cold Cyclone and move these 2 energies. And I think I'm going to put them onto Satotl just because I already have the Titan ready to go.
Fair enough.
And I will draw a prize.
So Oscar still doesn't have 3 prizes, so even if I hit the maxis, Machamp is not actually that good here. The only thing is he's very big, but maybe Rampardos is still better because he's swinging for 240.
That's
not
true.
200.
Yeah, that could be more impactful.
So I'm going to draw
But
for turn.
Yeah. You can still knock out Titan with the Machamp though.
Yeah, but I can knock them both out with Rampardos. It's just because he's got so much hit points. Machamp, if Oscar takes another prize, is better, but the prize he's likely to take is the Machamp. So now I have to work out, do I want to power up the Machamp and know that Oscar's going to take the prize? Probably my Omastar, or not, but we'll see. I think what I'm going to start off with doing is I'm going to Ultra Ball away Lysander and...
Are we seeing a Maxi's turn?
Oh yeah, we're seeing a Maxi's turn. Yeah,
okay.
So I had the Maxis from the turn before.
I feel like if you have like the Viridian in play, you got Ultra Ball and Maxis in your hand, and
yeah,
you pretty much always got it.
It's pretty good. I think I just get... The thing is, I'm also partly tempted to get the Carbink here, attach an energy to Carbink and get some items back. Because I could Ultra Ball discarding... Huh?
Times from deck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could Ultra Ball and get the Carbink, and then I could also just put Carbink up, and it would just not be the worst thing to lose, prizes-wise. I could also attach this energy to Omastar and smack the Articuno twice and leave Omastar on the active, while powering up the other boys. But I can also always Viridian for energy, so I guess I probably just Ultra Ball here. I'll look through my deck to see what my options are. We have got the Archon. I don't think it's useful, although, to be fair... Both of Oscar's Pokemon are unevolved.
It's true.
So if I could get it out, it would be unreal. And if I go for the Carbink, he has Lucky Find. He can search me Pokédoll. He can search me Cramomatic. He can search me Rare Candy. He can search me Fossil. So I could take the Rare Candy and the Unidentified Fossil and then try and get the knockout somewhere. It is doable. It would be pretty badass. So I reckon Carbink is probably the play. We'll take Carbink.
Yep.
I'll leave them there.
Yes, and then?
Then I will probably Viridian away the Pokegear, because I want an energy on that Carbink. And my only problem is, do I have enough energy in the deck? And or a way to get it back. I have got Rod, so I can get Rod next turn. That's it, though. Okay. Yeah, so we've got one energy. We'll stick that one on Carbink. I will then Evo Incense and fail it, and Maxi's Hidden Ball Trick. And I think that it's going to be the Machamp. Even though I really want it to not be the Machamp, he survives a hit if Oscar takes a prize, and no one else does. So, yeah, Zap shuffled up.
Yep.
To your desires. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
To your hand.
To my hand, which is now looking like this. We have got the Rare Candy for next turn, so if we could just get the Fossil out now, that would be great, which I can actually look for with Cramomatic. I don't really want to discard Versus Seeker because all of these cards are binnable. I could max these again next turn, which would be really strong. So I'm kind of tempted by that. It would be great to put the Fossil down this turn, though. That would be amazing. So I think I have to Cramomatic here, which feels bad. And I'm going to have to Cramomatic away my N. So Cram the N. Please be a heads. If this is heads, we've actually got hope. Yes!
Wait, hang on. Isn't this discard an item?
Oh.
Judge?
Yes. What do I get rid of that's not in here? I want to get rid of Rod.
That was the dilemma.
I could get rid of the Rare Candy because I could now search my deck for a way to get Archon. I don't need to Rare Candy it, and I'm not taking a prize this turn. So that's probably better. I'll bin the Rare Candy. And I'm still searching for this. while I'm looking for an identified fossil, what else do I want off this carbink? So I can get quick ball, timer ball. Timer ball will get it. Timer ball's the only card that gets it, but it can search for timer ball, so that's okay.
You do love timer ball.
We do love timer ball, especially in this deck. I can also search Mallow and Lana out. I can also search out teammates, which wouldn't be a bad thing. Yeah. So I think we'll go for that. I'm still going back in because I'm now going to Ordinary Rod. I'm going to shuffle in 2 basic energies. And I'm also thinking about maybe shuffling Cranidos and Rampardos, because I could get them back out as well. But I kind of want to max these for them. So I think it's just the energy here that goes back in the deck.
Seems good.
I'm going to go back in there anyway.
Yep.
I will retreat the Omastar, who doesn't have 6 damage on him.
Where'd that come from?
It was my head's roll on.
I see.
Cram. And then I'll use Lucky Find to get me 2 item cards. One of them will be Timer Ball, so I can look for that Arcan next turn. One of them is probably Polka Doll, in case I don't get anything next turn. Because all the other cards in my deck are rubbish. I guess Quick Ball could help. Quick Ball isn't a bad idea because it can get me maxis. So actually, maybe that's the play. Ball Dink.
Carball. Rocket.
Carball. Right. That's it. That's Megure.
Alright.
Sequencing's a bit weird in Fossil. Sorry, that was a bit of a convoluted turn.
So, an Unreal top deck here would be Guzma.
Yeah, Guzma would be pretty savage.
That would be sweet, because I kind of need to switch my active to be able to attack, which I can do with Mallow and Lana, but... if I can take out Machamp, that would be pretty good.
Yeah, him taking out Machamp's quite scary right now, I'll be honest.
Let's stop there, Guzma. Damn.
Would have been cracked. Would have been cracked.
Alright. So yeah, I do have the Viridian still I can use. I have... Well, first of all, let's just evolve to Titan.
Yeah.
Seems good. Yeah, I'm not sure how much I'm going to be using this Slowbro anymore, so... Oh. Let's think. Yeah, I think I just need to start taking knockouts. The only problem is that I need to kind of see more cards soon, because I need to...
Hands a bit further in.
Sorry. I need to eventually get into the Wailord, and I kind of just need a way to... yeah, I kind of need like the Melodic maybe, or I guess I can put Reversal Energy on, but I'm probably not going to be behind on prizes. I might be tied in the upcoming turns, so I'll just start off with Viridian, discard the Bridget.
Brigitte.
And grab an energy out of my deck.
Which sets up to Titan pretty nice. I think that's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, having the attack is good, and it's still like I think you do have Beer Seeker in your hand, but I don't necessarily know that.
Yeah.
So,
the problem of playing a TCG game while streaming is the fact that you can accidentally know your opponent's hand.
Yes, so obviously I know that you can Raihan in theory. If there's
You can also maxis.
engines in here. But if you maxes, then you're not attacking me, so that's kind of fine, to be honest.
You just need attackers, mate.
So I think I Mallow and Lana. I think I just use the full effect, discard 2 cards, so that I can burn some cards from my hand and draw with Auxiliary. Seems pretty good. Rescue Stretcher. I can't play it at the moment, but could be relevant. I still think I'm not going to be knocking out your Omastar anytime soon. I need to get rid of your attackers, so I think I Mallow and Lana. So I can discard 2 cards.
I don't actually know if you can if it's not got any damage on it.
Well, it says when you play this card, you may discard 2 other cards from your hand.
Okay, and then the full stop.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, equal.
If you do,
yeah,
he'll
can.
100 damage.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure
you can.
that is the effect. It's just doing that. So I'll discard those.
Yeah.
I might as well just go into auxiliary here since it's got a floater and I haven't retreated yet.
Mm-hmm.
I can then attach one here to Titan.
Yep.
I can also put down Rough Seas.
You can.
Gets rid of Viridian and gets 1 less card in my hand.
Yep.
And then I can use auxiliary and draw 3 cards.
Yep.
Okay, and off that.
If he hits the whale, I've got a big problem here.
That's you. Sorry. I drew Heavy Ball and Melodic.
Oh gosh.
So that's pretty good. Let's use Chonk
No,
Ball.
you can't.
I can't use it, okay. But I can play Melodic.
Yeah, you can play Melodic.
Yes, good catch. And I played Supporter, so I can't play. I don't know. But yes, that is a good point. This is why Omastar is annoying. That's fine still. We've got the Melodic. And I think here we just retreat with the Floatstone.
Yep.
And Special Horn.
Horny special.
For big damage.
Now that is a problem, but if I can get out... If Oscar can't get to the Wailord here, I can knock this to Titan out and he's going to be struggling. So we're going to see. I can Raihan to the Machamp. I just have to get energy, which I now can't search for off the Viridian, which is a bit of a problem. Well, that's fine. Although by doing that... I could just burn all the cards in my hand and go for maxis. The problem is we're going for maxis here is the fact that I do just leave Omastar in the active, but what I could do is go for maxis with the intention of hitting the Lily's Pokédoll. Retreat into the Lily's Pokeball. Oscar doesn't take a prize if he can't Guzma around it, but even if he can Guzma around it, he can't knock out Machamp anymore. So that's also an option, and I think it's probably my best option. So I'm going to quick ball away the N, fail that. I'm going to timer ball away the N. I'm going to timer ball and fail it. Then I'm going to Versus Seeker for the maxis that's in my discard pile. Then play the maxis. Now, do I actually... I kind of have to put him up, don't I? I have to put up Rampardos. But then that means that you can play items.
I need to take a knockout.
No, but I have to put down the floater. I guess I can just run into Rampardos. That's actually not even bad. I can promote Rampardos here. I could also promote Machamp here, knowing that he can't knock me out. Anyway, Rampardos is down. We draw 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So we've got the energies that we need at least to make the attachment here. Now the question is, do I promote the Machamp, know that he doesn't die, attach 1 energy to him, because there's no way he can get the energy on the Wailmer this turn. So I just take the hit. Is it 240 damage that Sir Titans take?
220. Yeah, 220.
So Machamp will survive unless he plays Hex, which is a bit of... I'll just lose to Hex. But if he plays Hex, he can get over the items anyway, and he can get the Wailord. So I could promote the Machamp, suck it up and attach an energy to him, and then just try and swing with the Machamp, knowing that he might die. I could promote the Rampardos here and just attach to the Machamp, or I can promote the Machamp and start attaching to Rampardos, which does seem quite good, because Rampardos knocks out the Wailord. Machamp does not knock out Wailord, even with... Actually, to be fair, he does with Grant. He does knock out with Grant. So maybe Machamp's just...
What's that, 230?
Yeah, 230 plus strong energy, 250.
250. I mean,
He's doing well.
He does have 260 with the potty helmet though.
Yeah, and I don't think I play Field Blower in this list, so I have a feeling that Rampardos is actually the better attacker. But if I promote Machamp, you attack, I can attach an energy, but then you attack again and he dies. It gives you an extra turn because I can't actually get Machamp out of the active slot. I could just promote Archon and suck up the fact that I'm going to lose Archon here, but then I have 2 attackers left. which does feel better. Even though it's very slow to get energy going here, I think that might be the play. So I'm going to retreat into the Archon. I'm going to attach the strong energy. Or do I just start powering up Rampardos here? Because if you knock me out, I can Rampardos next turn. Unless he's got a way to get the Waylord out. Rampardos is winning. He can Melodic 3 energy on.
I can.
So that's pretty scary. Oh no. This is horrible. I think I just go for a basic energy on Rampardos. And then I'm just left with a stinky pass, unfortunately.
Alright. Are you ready to top deck Guzma again?
Yes. Let's see it.
Top deck Guzma. Not quite.
It's not Guzma.
It's not Guzma. Alright, so at least can draw some cards here. So, yeah, really all I need now is Waylord. If I can get Waylord going, I'm in a decent spot.
Challenge. You win if you get Waylord here, but if you don't get Waylord here, you have actually got quite a big problem.
Yeah, but I just need to find him some point soon.
Yeah.
Is the thing. In the last couple of turns, I just need to get him out. And I can't play my items to search him, which is sad. But I've got reversal energy, so I can touch that. That at least fulfills the special energy requirements for the big wide lord. I have Cynthia and Iono. You already only have 4 cards. Didn't really do loads after your maxis. So there's no way to say really necessarily if he has anything. I think all you did was attach the energy.
Yes.
Wasn't it?
That is what I did.
So can't really get much from that. Obviously, there's only that does see me more cards, but the Iono does put these dead cards at the bottom of my deck, and I can also draw with auxiliary afterwards. So don't really know what's best to do here because I just need to hit Waylord. The deck is not super thin, but I think 6 cards is good. So I'm gonna sit here.
Okay. If he sees the Waylord here, we've got a problem.
Yes.
If he doesn't see the Waylord here, we have less of a problem because I can knock out that Titan, and then I have a turn to knock out Melodic too.
Ooh. All right. Let's see Waylord, please. There he is.
There he is. This is a big problem.
The big man. Alright, so we got the Waylords. We got Lake Acuity, which is nice as well. That can reduce some damage. But don't know if we necessarily need that right now. So let's go back to tabletop. So if we put that down, that means this Titan will have an effective 200, but Machamp hits that anyway. So does Rampardos. So the only annoying thing here is I don't think I can get my hand below 4 cards. So Rampardos could be smacking next turn, but we got Waylord.
The big whale.
And you're going to be smacking me for 240 next turn. Which is big. That is big. But I pretty much got everything I need on board. Because if you chase the Melodic, then
Gives you an extra turn.
you're not chasing Titan. But do I just want to prevent you from even having that option? And do I just use the Melodic now for 2 energies? So I just have my 2 attackers ready to go because I'm going to need both of them to close out this game.
Yeah.
The question is how much energy do I have left? I think I have 1 basic left in deck. I have counter left in deck. I can't remember if I added special charge to this deck or not. I don't think I did.
There's quite a lot of special energy anyway for water, so special charge.
Nah, but there isn't because one's in here and one's here.
Yeah, but as a whole,
And
you've got
counter
splash,
energy.
you've got wash, you've got reversal,
that's it.
you've got counter.
But these are probably not going to work because I'm going to be ahead on prizes.
But they still count special energy though.
Yeah, but I need 3 water energy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's the problem.
How much energy is in this discard pile?
2.
Just
And
2.
1 splash.
2 and a splash. And then, you've got energy.
So it's basically, do I just go hit that so I have that ready to go and then just try and hit the basic energy later, next turn? Or I think it's safer this way to not do it, just because if you chase this, then I have the response knockout with Rampardos. And then you already played Raihan and Beer Seeker.
Yeah.
So you haven't really got a quick way to get Machamp going. So I think this is safer. So I'll just stick with this on a special knockout.
Okay. So that goes in the bin. I'm going to take Cynthia and Caitlin from my prizes. Oh, hang on. No, sorry.
Right,
I thought you were melodicking. Sorry. Ignore me. Promote the Omastar. Promote the Stom.
Judge.
Right, draw for turn. Okay, so we got the basic energy here. Part of me doesn't care about Oscar not having items anymore. And so even though he can take a prize by killing this Omastar, he can't use items to get to that card, and unless he's got Guzma in hand, it doesn't really worry me too much. So I'm thinking what I might actually do here is attach the strong energy to Machamp, know I have this energy in hand, and then next turn I can start to swing into the Titan, because then I've got a turn to knock out the Titan, he responds with Wailord, and then I respond with Machamp, and he has no other attackers. So I think...
I only have 2 prizes left though.
Yeah, but you only take 1. Oh, hang on, yeah. No.
I'll take this and that.
Yes, damn. Well,
you haven't got very much time.
I do not have very much time. That is a very good point. So I guess I go... That's why not melodicking was correct, by the way, because if I could have got Cynthia and Caitlin, then I would have played Cynthia and Caitlin this turn and got back Raihan.
True. That's a good point.
That was my plan. Right, that's kind of that. I guess I might as well order pad here. I don't really know what I'm looking for, but I might as well look through my deck and see what my options are. Or just not do anything, because order pad is cracked.
It's cracked for going -1 in hand.
It is, which is actually useful in this deck quite regularly. So
it is.
We'll switch into the Rampardos and we'll Jurassic Hammer for the knockout.
Cool.
Now, Wailord can knock out the Rampardos, but it can't knock out Machamp, so I have actually still got an extra turn. So I will Cynthia and Caitlin. Or do I... I kind of want to see... I need to see 2 energies. Cynthia and Caitlin gets me back Viridian, kind of, because I can Cynthia and Caitlin for Lusamine. Lusamine for Viridian. Marnie sees me more cards than anything. How many cards have I got left in the deck?
Not a lot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So if I've got energy in the deck, I play 6 energies. That's 1.
So yeah, money basically guarantees it, I think. It does guarantee it, your top deck.
It doesn't,
Money.
because there are no...
Then you rod some back in.
I did.
Well,
Oh, okay, there's 1 energy left in the deck.
Yeah,
But that's all we need. That's all we need. Because I can attach 1 and then Marnie. So I think I'm just going to take the Marnie here.
Okay.
Except that the Rampardos is going to get knocked out. But then you can't knock out Machamp. So even though I'm going to put an energy on him and just take a Wailord attack, he does actually survive. And with strong energy and Grant, he might just do something.
Promote the flutes.
Yeah. I just have to be playing Field Blower, basically. Otherwise I lose.
Yeah, but you don't play Field Blower.
I don't know if I play Field Blower. I can't remember.
Well, I feel like you haven't seen it yet. It's
possible.
Alright. Ultra Ball, another card I can't play. So let's think. I have like Acuity in hand, which reduces 20 damage from anything that has water or fighting energy attached. But I still don't think it's really relevant because
I don't think it makes a difference.
We're all doing so much damage that
yeah,
I don't know.
It's a pretty turbocharged matchup.
I just don't think because Machamp is 200. If you have the strong energy, that's 220. If If you have Muscle Band, that's 240.
If I have Grant, it's 270.
That's 270.
It
Technically,
does make a difference.
You can hit 270. So I do want to. So yeah, so that would make a difference because he's got effective. Whale's got effective 260 right now with 200 HP, jumbo size reducing 30, pot helmet reducing 30.
It does make a difference.
So that does make a difference technically, but do I want to put it down now? Let's have a look at your discard pile. There's Viridian.
I'd have to Lusamine, and I can't Lusamine without Cynthia and Caitlin. I don't play 4 stadiums.
There's Jubilife, and yeah, Research Live's definitely in here as well. So yeah, I'm pretty confident you only play 3 stadiums.
I do. I can just tell you that.
So,
for sure.
And
But Field Blower, if I do play it, does get the stadium and the pot helmet off.
it's true,
So,
but then
but I can't remember what this list plays.
yeah,
But this is the only matchup where Field Blower is good, so I don't actually know if it's useful.
yeah, I'm confident, so I'm just gonna play as Cutie now.
Yeah.
So it also gives me 1 less card in my deck when I chorus, which I'm gonna do now. So we chorus for 5,
Yeah.
and ideally here I'm just looking for Guzma, because I can take this knockout this turn once I use Melodic, and then I really just need the Guzma to get around your Machamp. Ideally.
Yeah.
So chorus for 5. And there's Guzma.
That's probably game. I think it was game anyway, but it's probably game. Actually, it's not, because I'm Marnieing.
Yeah, true.
So we don't lose the Guzma yet. I just have to play Field Blower, otherwise I lose. If I play Field Blower here, though, I do win.
I think so. I'm Melodic.
I'll take my prize.
Yep.
Which maybe is Guzma.
3 energies.
Do I just Guzma up the Articuno? Because he's got no switches left. Ooh.
And
I'll take Guzma.
Okay. Retreat the Flowstone
Yeah.
into the big old whale.
Big whale man.
He's huge. He's got 200 HP. He's taking 80 less damage.
Yeah.
And he's doing 240 for knockout.
Okay. Promote the float. Draw for turn. Okay. So I can definitely attach an energy here. Machamp survives a turn. Do I attach an energy? Guzma up Articuno. And hope for the best. Or do I attach the energy? Hope for flow. Either way, I need the extra turn. So I think I might as well just strong energy onto Machamp.
Yep.
Then Guzma up the Articuno. Although you do have Guzma in hand, I've just remembered.
Yeah, you don't technically know that, but
yeah, true.
I could have anything in hand.
Yeah, no, I think I would.
I don't know.
I think I would have probably.
I think if you do this, it is game.
Yeah, I think that's what I would have done if I didn't know. And then I would have just sat there and hoped for the best. So that's it. So you've got Guzma.
It's a pass. Yeah, I draw. Energy, whatever. I've got Guzma, so I can switch out my Articuno.
Into the Armor Star.
Into Armor Star. I can bring up the big whale. And I can special wave for my last prize and the game.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that was
Good game.
That was a grindy game.
Do we play Field Blower?
We
do not play Field Blower,
think you
so
did.
it wouldn't have been a victory anyway. But it was a pretty close game.
Yeah.
The thing is with fossils, it's actually not too bad. It's just very inconsistent. But there's more and more supporters coming in. Things like Iono. Oh, I've just dropped all my cards on the floor. Things like Iono are coming in. We're getting things like Rhyme might be good in this deck. There's a few cards that maybe make it okay. So it's not as bad as it was. It's still very inconsistent.
And it is scary because especially like having the Maxis is cool just to get the Machamp out late game, like when he's really big. Did you Maxis twice that game, didn't you?
I Maxied twice, and it gave me the Rampardos, which was it put it close. I mean, I had 2
Yeah.
prizes left, and I was able to take a prize because I could have taken
Yeah.
that Articuno.
Yeah.
If you didn't Guzma it, then I would have been able to at least. So it was within a prize, effectively.
Yeah, but it gets kind of scary with the like almost it's really awkward to play around.
Yeah.
Like there's
Yeah, it
so
must
many
start causing
turns
some
where it's
serious
like,
problems. It's pretty
Yeah,
fine.
that really almost stopped me just doing anything.
Yeah. No heavy ball. No
so,
any balls.
Yeah.
No Evo soda. No nothing. Just locks it down. I'm actually thinking about playing the Kabutops in this deck. Just the Kabutops.
Is that the
Your opponent can't play supporters. And it's actually got a pretty good attack. It's got like, I think it maybe
It's
is for 2 or 3 energy, it hits 80 and does 20 to the bench.
It's like 22 or something.
Yeah, and that, like the spread is kind of relevant, especially in matchups like this where you've got to hit massive numbers. And it's becoming more of a thing in the format that people have things like Whale, they have the Orthworm that's massive. There's just some big steel guys that are just big anyway. You've got all of those like pot helmet / frying pan steel guys.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that actually it could be useful against. So we'll see. But that was a good game. I enjoyed that one.
That was. It was very. Yeah. It was close.
Whoops, that's the thing. Now I need to stop the recording. We can keep the stream.
Yeah, I think the disc is getting full.
Hmm?
There's a little pop up that the disc's getting full.
Getting full or is full?
Almost full.
Okay, bear with me 2 seconds.
Do you want to just put on a... We haven't got a be back soon screen, have we?
We haven't got a back soon, but we could make one.
I can make one now.
Watch the process of Oscar making it. Do it on the table. And while you do that, I'm going to delete some mad file size objects.
I am no professional.
Library, show package contents.
Alright.
Render files, all of you in the bin. That has just given us. How do you even look at the bin? How do you open the contents of the bin?
I might just make a really scuff one with literally just some text that isn't even nice text.
So in theory, that should give us empty the bin.
Why can't I edit this?
Quite a lot of disk space. I've just deleted 12,000 items off my computer, and all of them were 4K 60 FPS videos. So that should free us up enough that we can record the next game as well. And I'm just going to nip to the toilet while you do that.
Alright. Why does it not let me edit this text?
There it is.
Okay.
BRB. Be back soon.
What's a nice font? See, impact. We could just put in Comic Sans. Don't know if I even had that here. Let's see. Seems fine. Can I rotate this? All right.
Looks good.
I'm just gonna add a usual background highlight thing. I stink. Nope.
We are live now and we have 0 viewers. And we have had 0.
Well, yeah, but that's to be expected.
The power of no promo. What do we play next? Sweaty matchup or a not sweaty matchup?
thought a less grindy matchup would be good.
Another grindy matchup.
A less grindy matchup.
Less grindy matchup. I can sweep through anything you can put in front of me with Psychic. We can play Colourless. I want to play Dragon, but I have a lot of proxies in it. So I won't play Dragon. I do like this colourless list. I don't think it's perfect, but I think it's fun. Do you want to play with water again? Or maybe lightning? Something a bit different. Then we've got 6 types.
Yeah, I played lightning.
So this colourless deck plays all of the things that can heal a Snorlax's sleep condition. Loads of energy, and also Archeops. It's double Archeops stream. Why are Archeops cards always busted? I don't think they've ever printed a bad Archeops, have they? Like a really bad Archeops.
Don't know.
They're always relatively interesting, I think.
Why is this being so jank?
Don't know. We are back though, so we could just skip over that for now and play the game.
Okay, fix it later.
We should probably start a recording button as well.
Yeah. Are we going to start? We're going to re-record it again.
Might as well.
Yeah, we got space now, right? So.
Yeah. These files are only like 10 gig as well, so. And I've just saved about 300 gigabytes, so we can have a few games. Ooh, sorry, autofocus. That was the back of my big ass head.
Yeah, well, that happens sometimes. We lean over the table. It's like.
Yeah, I'm just trying to lean back more.
Yeah.
For the whole gameplay, just leaning back is good.
Okay. So what is this matchup then?
Colourless
Lightning
versus Lightning, which are 2 very popular decks.
Yeah, rematch of finals of the tournament. That was playing colourless.
And that tournament ended with
I came second
against
colours.
So
yeah, in the final, yeah.
Fingers crossed for the old colourless.
But I did beat him in the early rounds, so
that's fair. He's got that world champ difference.
But he did a Stadium Nav turn 1, I think, and get double tails. So that was pretty sad.
Yeah, that hurts.
But,
that really hurts.
Yeah, let's see how it goes.
Hey, it happens. A quarter of your games that you play, you're gonna fail your Stadium Nav. So.
Okay. It's always heads.
Literally every single game that we
I'll
play.
go seconds. Thank you very much.
All right. I have a basic.
Same. All right.
Gaming.
Buzzman.
Electo Buzzy.
Your go.
Right, it is my go because obviously Oscar wants to go second and he can't fail a coin flip, so I will draw for turn.
Not possible.
Not really much to do here that's great. I guess I can train as mail. There's a chance that we hit Stadium Nav. I'm not even gonna look. I'm not even gonna look at the other cards.
But what if one of them's the Stadium? Then you definitely take it.
Oh yeah, it's trainers, isn't it? It is not the Stadium. So I'm going to take Stadium Nav.
Still correct.
Stadium Nav and play it. And hit double tails and lose. We hit 1 heads, we take that.
1 head's all you need.
1 heads is indeed all you need. And because I just saw the Archon, I know it's in the deck, which is good.
Let's see the hand cam.
We know that the Archeops is in the deck now. We've got Chansey in the deck. We've got Minccino. We've got Research Lab. That's the important piece of information.
Mm-hmm.
We've got Snorlax. We've got Chinchino, which is good. Blissey in the deck, good. Bidoof. Ambibarel. Aerodactyl's in the deck as well, which is good. Squavit's in the deck. I don't think I'm missing anybody, so that's fantastic. I might go back in, but I don't think I will now because there's not really much I can do that's better than just playing Stadium Nav. I mean, I guess I theoretically should attach double turbo energy to Lugia here. If I hit a double colourless energy next turn, I can hit 140, which knocks out most things. So it seems good.
That's pretty scary. We'll just start airballing.
I'm also weak to lightning, so Oscar only has to hit 70 damage, which is very doable with a Zapdos.
The Zapdos does not have a weakness.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
It's technically possible if I get Muscle Band, Energy, and Electro Power.
Yeah, I don't have faith in that one happening, so I think I'll just go into the Research Lab. And off Research Lab, we will grab the 2 best boys in the deck. An amazing attacker in Aerodactyl and Arkin, my energy acceleration.
Yes.
I actually pulled the Arkin, the Aerodactyl, and the Archeops in 2 packs from 3 packs. 2, 3? I can't remember if you get 2 reverses in these or not. Anyway, it was in packs from a tournament which I was playing colourless, but I was playing the Porygon version. And every single person was like, "Oh, are you not playing the Archeops?" I was like, "Nah, it's not that good." I was like, if some massive reason happens that I should play it, and then I pulled all of the cards in reverse in like no packs. So here we are. We're playing the Archeops version now. Yeah, and that's the end of my turn. So over to you.
I mean, that is pretty much the best possible turn 1 going first.
I think it is actually the best.
I think if you had like Snorlax and you. Or if this was like a double colourless. But like, I don't know, I haven't even had a turn yet, and you're going to Archeops next turn. Pretty scary. Alright.
It's also nice to get Research Lab out of the way early, because then you can start making use of your stadiums as well. Like, you don't ever really want to play a stadium like a Spursha City Gym or Parallel or something when you haven't used Research Lab, so it's good to get it early.
Okay. My hand is also pretty decent. I have Ball Guy, I already have Quick Ball and Level Ball as well. And I have both of my Dynamotor guys. So I can just get my basics out and evolve these up next turn. Yeah, I think I want to hold these in hand. So I think I just Ball Guy here, have a look at my deck, have a look at my prizes, and get a couple of... I can even get like Ultra Ball or Timer Ball to evolve like Zeb Striker or something next turn. So let's Ball Guy.
Ballman.
Ballman. Philip and Ballman.
Can I just read Ball Guy quickly?
You
I just want to check something. Item cards, never mind.
Why?
I thought that potentially in Standard you could have Ball Guide for Ball Guy. But you can't.
That would be funny, but no.
There was a whole debate about whether you should be able to Ball Guy for Air Balloon, which they eventually decided you couldn't do. But
well, I feel like it's pretty clear. It just says the word ball and ball.
Yeah.
As part of balloon.
As part of balloon, it is still the word. It's just hidden within another word. But anyway, with the new Pro Rata Stadium, not Stadium, Tool rules. Is it Pro Rata? Is that what I mean?
Errata.
Errata. Thank you. The new Stadium. The new Tool rules. It doesn't make any difference because now Air Balloon is not an item. It's a tool.
That is correct. Now, it looks like the whole gang is here except for Electivire, which can be useful in this matchup because he just does a lot of damage. But everyone else is here, which is nice. So I think these are the only balls I've got, and Heavy Ball isn't useful, so might as well just take the Timer Ball, the Ultra Ball, and the Nest Ball. I can... Let's see. Who do I actually want here? Because I can just get all of my little guys out and evolve them up, and then just go for Timer Ball or Ultra Ball next turn. So that's the Nest Ball. I think that's probably what I'm going to do because I just want to get sorted. I don't have a way to like go for Zapdos this turn, so getting those basic attackers isn't necessarily the most useful thing. So we'll Nest Ball for that. Level Ball for the Dynamo. I can Quick Ball, and I think it is a bit sad, but I think I'm going to Quick Ball away the Ordinary Rod.
Okay.
To grab the Blitzle.
realistically, in Lightning, Ordinary Rod is always going to be sprinted away anyway, so...
It's Suster has a discarder that, but my rest of my hand is Search and Draw, and Pokemon I want. So, that seems fine. The other option is to put in the Ultra Ball, but
if you don't hit the timer ball...
If I don't hit the timer ball, then I don't have Sprint, so that feels bad. So, that seems fine. I'm just not... I can't synthetics a Ball Guide. There's not really much else to do here. So... I guess technically I could use Research Lab
to shuffle up.
I have shuffle anyway, but I'm searching my deck for an electric fossil Pokemon, and that's it.
Exquisitely useful. Right, I will draw for turn. I've got a difficult decision to make here because I know I need to Ultra Ball here. I kind of want to get rid of Cynthia and Caitlin, but it's my only draw supporter. But I am likely to hit some kind of supporter of Pokegear. So I think here I Ultra Ball away the Cynthia and Caitlin and the Escape Rope, which feels kind of bad, but it's probably worth it. And the reason I'm Ultra Balling first there is because it means that it's one less card in my deck. And then after I've Archeopsed, it's another 2 cards out of my deck before I use Pokegear, which is not a huge difference, but it'll make a little bit of a difference. So I'll get Archeops and evolve him. I'll then use Archeops' ability. Now I kind of just want to get the knockout here. I could do it with a double colourless and a regular energy because that would effectively give me 5 energies, and I could just Air Ball and then be attacking next turn. But I'm kind of not worried about attacking next turn because I can retreat the Lugia for literally the double colourless energy, and he's the worst attacker in this matchup because he's weak to lightning. So I'm thinking I might just get something like Gift Energy and Recycle Energy. Just keep myself going. I could also go Lucky Energy. It's a difficult decision, that. I think that's probably the play. Because everything else is kind of useful. So I'm going to go for Archeops and get these 2, which means he can Deep Crush.
That's Recycle and Lucky.
Recycle and Lucky Energy. So Lucky Energy, if Oscar even touches Lugia, I draw a card. So it's just +1 if he stays there. Recycle Energy jumps back to my hand, and I can use that as my manual attach for turn to maybe power up the Aerodactyl, maybe power up Snorlax. Depends on if I can see any more Pokemon on this turn. But I haven't manually attached yet, so... we might be able to get them powered up quicker than expected. I will attach both the Lucky Energy and the Recycle Energy to Lugia, putting Deep Crush online. Then I'm going to Pokegear and look at the top 7 cards in my deck. I did get a supporter. I got, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so we've either got Colress or Juniper here. I kind of like these 2 cards, but I don't massively care. Colress does see me 5. Maybe Colress is better than Junipering away the Cinccino because I then would have to dig it back, and Cinccino is a great draw power card. So I don't really want to get rid of either of these cards.
I feel like at this point you haven't got rid of any recovery yet, right?
I haven't got rid of any recovery, but
I feel like just sending it, attach the cape and sending it isn't...
It's not the worst idea in the world. They're both kind of difficult. They're both worth it. The thing is, Colress is always better later game, or mostly, especially with colourless versus lightning. You always have pretty full boards.
Yeah.
And I might want that later, so it's probably Juniper here. As sad as it is, I think it's going to be Juniper. And then, like Oscar said, I'm just going to attach the cape to Lugia so that he's just a big Chad. And then just send it away, unfortunately. So we will pop the Cape of Toughness onto Lugia, and then I will Professor Juniper, discarding Cinccino to draw 7 more cards. Okay, so that's what we're looking at now. It's a pretty good hand. I'm definitely going to bench the Bidoof. That's really useful. I may as well attach an energy. I could actually attach another energy to the Lugia here, and by attaching it, I could put the counter energy on and then just get the Snorlax and bench the Snorlax ready to go for next turn, which does seem...
Capture.
Yeah.
Yeah, you said counter.
Sorry,
Yeah.
capture. Capture. I meant capture. The capture energy seems pretty good, and then I can aero ball, which is then 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 80 damage. So that does kill the Electabuzz, and Lugia's online next turn. So that's kind of good. I could also pop that capture energy on Aerodactyl, get him ready to be powered up, and go and find the Snorlax. So both of those options are pretty good. I have a feeling that he's probably not going to be able to knock out Lugia this turn, but he can Dynamo to twice and has a free retreat, probably. So he could do it. And I can retreat Lugia next turn anyway, so I think I'll probably just pop it on Archeops for now. We'll Deep Crush, that's fine. And I'll go and get myself Snorlax, the big attacker for this deck.
He's a big man.
He's a boss man. And at this point, I don't really have anything else I can do, so I think I'm just going to Deep Crush to guarantee me the knockout, and then it's over to you.
Alright, Electabuzz goes down. I don't have any free retreater yet. I can put up the Maripin Fluffy Pillow. Doesn't really make much difference, to be honest.
Can I retreat if I'm...
You can retreat when you're asleep.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
I'm not sure. I don't
Maybe you
think
can't actually. So maybe that is better because then I stop retreating. Yeah, no, because if you're confused, you can.
If you're confused, you can. If
You're
you're
paralyzed,
paralyzed,
you can't. Yeah.
can't.
I think asleep is the same, but then you obviously you can get out of sleep.
Yeah, I might.
More
It's
easily.
50-50 that I roll
So
into
yeah,
sleep.
yeah, let's do that. Might as well. And then we'll draw. Okay.
There's a lot of switching colourless because Snorlax can fall asleep a lot.
So I don't think Evo Soda, which is
Pretty good.
kind of nice because that does just guarantee the Zeb Striker. And then I
You have Time and Ball in hand from last turn, right?
yeah. But now I do have the option to Ultra Ball away Timer Ball and Cynthia and get a Pokemon and then just sprint. Seems a bit sketchy because Cynthia will just see me more cards, and then if I can Cynthia into some lightning energies, then I can sprint those away. So
You could also Time a Ball to get Electivire, the one that's the other Electivire, so that you could Ultra Ball that.
he's in the prizes. Or I could just Ultra Ball away both Time Ball and Evo Soda, but don't know if I
That
love
doesn't
that.
seem good. Surely
So,
you just want to Evo
because
Soda.
I may want these later. So I think yeah, let's just Evo Soda and we'll go from there. So we'll Evo Soda and we will grab the Zeb Striker. Here he is. Go straight into play. I'm going to go back in with Cynthia, so let's not shuffle. I'll use Fluffy Pillow.
Mm-hmm.
So you're just asleep.
This is just...
Just do him. Just do him.
Right. The problem with colourless is you always have so much stuff attached to your boys, and all of them are relevant to see what they are. It's not
Yeah.
just like basic energy.
Yeah,
You kind of
yeah.
need to see the information.
And then evolve. Evolve.
Yeah.
And then Cynthia.
Okay. It's pretty good.
Pretty good. So ideally I need some like lightning energies to get in the bin. I need like float stone or air balloon or a switch. And an attacker. And I can see 10 cards, Cynthia, and then I can sprint into 4 more, so I've got a chance to
There's
see
odds.
something here.
There's odds, for sure.
And even if I just hit this with Zapdos for 80, that's not too bad. Just get some damage on.
Yeah.
That's kind of what lightning's all about. You just get a bit of damage and then you can
Finish it
spread
off with the spreadies
spread
later.
later. So yeah, let's draw 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, there's Air Balloon and Zapdos and Energy, so
That's pretty good.
that's pretty good. Could revive here to get my Electabuzz back. Let's see. I think I might as well just play the heavy ball. Let's have another peek at these. Yeah, Electivire here, but no basic. That's fine. Not too bad otherwise. So bench Zapdos.
Mm-hmm.
we'll put the Eballoon on Fluffy. Maybe I will just play the Revive. Might as well get the scope back out. Because I've got to sprint anyway. And then here I might as well just sprint the lightning away because I can just Dynamotor it on if I don't draw anything else. So let's sprint. Now I did draw the Luxray, which is interesting here because I can put that down right now.
Yeah, Luxray is pretty good.
Because you have already taken a knockout, so that could be nice. But I am scared about Parallel City a bit here. I don't really want to just lose my whole bench.
Yeah, and if you play into Luxray and Dynamotor onto him and attach, then
yeah,
it's a little bit
yeah, I'm not taking
Luxray attacks for 3 energy, right?
Yeah.
You just hold it up to the hand cap and then we'll have a little look.
Yeah. Luxray from is he from Paldea Evolved? Yeah.
He's one of them. Yeah. And it's 150, is it?
He does 180 for 3 and he's on 150 health. But yeah, I'm not taking knockout anyway, so I can always do that next turn. So let's use Fluffy and Dynamotor on Zapdos. And then we'll just retreat with Eballoon, and we will Thunderous Assault for 80 damage.
80 damage.
Weakness does not apply, unfortunately, for this attack.
I need to roll to see if I wake up. We do not wake up. Right, so I need to hit a switch, or I could go for the therapeutic energy on the Lugia here, but that does feel really, really bad. So we will see. I'll draw for turn. I just hit Skylar, so Skylar can get me Escape Rope. Escape Rope means I'm knocking out one of the guys that is annoying, and that does feel quite good, and it means I can put Snorlax up, who is not weak to electric, to lightning. So that feels pretty good. We're going to start off my turn by evolving Bidoof into Bibarel. I'm going to use Hisuian Heavy Ball. I don't think I've got any basics in here, but I just want to have a little look. Make sure I know what's going on in here. Okay, Rescue Stretcher, kind of annoying. Versus Seeker, kind of annoying, but they're all cards that I don't mind seeing off prizes. They're tempo cards, so it's fine. Right. I guess the play here is probably Therapeutic Energy onto the Snorlax. I'm going to go for the Skylar here.
Yep.
Goated card. Love Skylar.
Yeah, I feel like we don't see a lot of Skylar. It used to be played in Standard quite a lot. We used to play Standard back in the day. It was definitely included sometimes. But I don't see it in a lot of GLC decks. But I feel like in this deck, because you can just grab the Stadium.
Minor problem here is that I don't play Escape Rope anymore.
Ah, well.
Which is a rather big problem. Or Switch. What am I doing, man?
Are they prized?
No. Well, I just don't play any Switch anymore. Play the Floatstone, which is not helpful.
Yeah. So I guess you don't necessarily always need, because you just have a lot of ways to just retreat with energy and stuff. So
yeah,
it's less valuable in that deck, but
it's a bit of a weird one here. I mean,
like
Skylar does get me a trainer, so I can at least parallel.
Yeah.
I kind of now want to see Jet Energy, but I've attached for turn. Oh no, this is bad. This is really bad. Because Lugia just dies here with all that energy on him. Oh, I forgot to draw a card off Lugia. Oh well. When you attacked it.
Let's go back and do it.
What, before I played the Skylar?
Yeah.
And the Heavy Ball. Okay.
But I feel like we can just reset because playing Scarlet probably isn't good if you're not getting Escape Rope.
Yeah, just ignore that. There's no viewers, and we'll cut that out of the video. So
rewind.
Did I draw a top deck? I think what have I played? I had Therapeutic Energy, and I think I top decked Heavy Ball. I either top decked Heavy Ball or Skylar. I can't remember.
Well, that's fine.
It doesn't make a difference. So we're going to take the card off the Lucky Energy, and then I'm going to draw for turn. I'm going to bench Chansey. I need to get Lugia out of there. I could attach Therapeutic Energy. But then Therapeutic Energy doesn't go onto Snorlax.
Which is sad.
Which is kind of sketchy.
You could get the Blissey down next turn though, and then it wouldn't matter.
Yeah, and we can Archeops here to the Aerodactyl, and I could just retreat into the Aerodactyl, and the Aerodactyl can knock out the Zapdos.
Yeah.
Or I just retreat into the Snorlax, and the Snorlax can do that job. But Aerodactyl is also weak to lightning, so... Alternatively, I just leave Lugia there and just knock out with Lugia again. So that's potentially an option. But either way, I don't think there's any obvious way of me waking up here. So I think I go Therapeutic Energy on the Lugia to wake him up.
Wakey, wakey.
We're going to play Archeops. The Archeops game. Don't really need powerful colourless energy in this matchup. It's kind of bad, to be honest. I could special charge next turn to get the Therapeutic Energy back. Big brain gameplay. So we'll go for the twin. Actually, the twin will be even more useful later in the game. So we won't do that. We will go for the Gift Energy. Is there another single energy in here? I've got Jet Energy in here, but Jet Energy is a handy switch. So one that I don't foresee being particularly useful right now is going to be Counter Energy. So I'm going to go for Archeops, Gift Energy, and Counter Energy onto the Snorlax.
But you're not attacking.
I'm attacking with Lugia.
Can't use Deep Crush. I thought you were retreating, that was the whole play.
I was going to attack. I thought it couldn't use Deep Crush next turn. I didn't realize it couldn't
Can't attack.
That's a good point. Well, in that case, maybe it's not Counter Energy.
But you can Therapeutic and retreat still. I thought that was what you're going for. Just attack with Aerodactyl.
Yeah, exactly. But I kind of wanted to get the
or just put a double on Snorlax.
The Snorlax going, but then I want to put Therapeutic on him. So maybe it's exactly what I just said, except it's going to go onto Aerodactyl. So Gift Energy and Counter Energy onto Aerodactyl.
Yep.
And then I'm going to retreat using the Therapeutic Energy and the Recycle Energy, because that comes back to my hand. Into... I've actually just seen a play that I should have done that's even better than that, but it's fine. What I could have done here is retreated first, put these in, and then instantly special charged, and then Archeops them back onto the Snorlax. But I can do that for next turn, that's
We're
fine.
here now.
Yeah. I haven't attached for turn yet.
You attached Therapeutic.
Oh yeah, I did. You're right. Well, I guess I think I'm basically screwed here. I probably should use Skylar here because I haven't got any other supporters. So I'm going to play Skylar.
Okay.
I can either go and get special charge and special charge those energies in now for Archeops next turn. Or I can go for something like Hand Disruption with Marnie. I can go for some kind of heal with Mallow and Lana. I can go for Guzma so I can start being aggressive with these Pokemon. All of these seem like pretty good options. And I don't need the special Therapeutic Energy yet. So I think I'm probably just going to go for Guzma to start being really aggressive.
Yep.
Because I've got two attackers here. It's very unlikely that you kill both.
Yeah.
It's possible with the right
possible,
coup, but it's very unlikely. And if you were going to kill both, you'd probably kill the Archeops. So
I can't kill the Archeops.
you could if you put him into the active.
Well, yeah, but that's even more to ask for.
Yeah, so that's what I'm going to get off my Skylar, and then I will Fossil Fangs for the KO.
Yeah.
on Zapdos.
Alright, Promote Balloon on the Fluffy. And I'll draw.
In the middle.
So, Julie Electro Power, which isn't hugely useful here. What would have been an insane top deck would have been a way to get Raikou, because I could have done the Raihan play onto it, and I could have got it going this turn, and gone for a double knockout, since this guy is weak to lightning as well, so that could have been nice. Not going to be an option now though. But I can use the Luxray. And I can Raihan onto that. So that
You've
seems...
got double Dynamotor active.
Yeah, I've only got one energy in here though. Yeah, because I
You
need...
need one. Right on the grass energy.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, but I don't need double Dynamotor. So, yeah, let's do that. Let's bench the Luxray with his ability, because I'm behind on prizes. And yeah, I think then we just Raihan to guarantee getting the attack. So the other option here is to, let's think about this, because I can try to go for like a Regieleki play, which would still knock out, and I can spread some damage like onto Archeops, which sets up for Raikou knockout later. Is there a way to guarantee that? Don't really think so. So I can Raihan for the Regieleki, but then I still need way more energy in the bin. So
you could. I'm not going to say anything.
I think I've just seen what you've seen, which is that I could Raihan for Muscle Band, and I could knock you out with Haymaker.
That isn't actually
And
the thing that I
Electro
saw. That's not what I was thinking.
It's definitely not bad. I think that does preserve my Luxray, because I don't really want the Luxray to go down to the Snorlax next turn. But it's kind of sick, because I can just hit this for 70 times 2. So yeah, I'm going to Raihan and stick the grass onto Luxray. And search my deck. Was Muscle Band in the prizes? Yes.
You knew that. You can go back.
I just literally, as I picked up my deck, I was like, hang on.
Electro Power? You binned that?
I have it in my hand. But I need both.
You don't? Oh, you do.
Yeah.
Fighting Fury Belt? Fury Belt?
I don't play Fury Belt. That's fine though. I think either way I'm Raihaning onto the Luxray. So it doesn't really matter.
I mean, you could still search for an energy and then Dynamo to the last one and Luxray attacks.
But yeah, I think that what I need to do is just the letter is prize as well. So I can just Raihan and get the energy, and I can just sprint it away and Dynamotor it in a minute. So I think I'll do that. I'll just Raihan, get the energy in my hand. Alright, and then I will Floatstone onto the electric.
Yeah.
Play Electro Power, because I might as well.
If you're going to sprint it anyway.
I'll sprint.
Sprinting away.
Clavel and energy.
Okay, yeah. Pretty good sprint, to be honest. Most of the time in Lightning, sprinting is quite painful.
Yeah, sprint can be brutal. Okay. Didn't get a whole lot of anything good, to be honest. But that's fine. Yeah, sadly I have to get rid of Electric Power. But
you were going to sprint it anyway, so
yeah,
it doesn't really make a huge difference.
No, but as in it would have been nice to have that for later in the game. But obviously I think I could do that turn. So that's Dynamotor twice onto Luxray. And then retreat. And I will use Wild Charge for 180.
Knockout, and I use Gift Energy on that one, which means I can draw up to 7. And I have got 7 cards in my hand. Brilliant. So Gift Energy is dead. Useless. Trash. Rubbish. I might as well promote the Lugia here because 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. It's not great, but I kind of just don't want to give up Snorlax. I can attach an energy to him, I guess, and then just deep crush. So that's not the end of the world. So we'll promote Lugia here. We'll draw for turn. I'm going to pop the recycle energy on Lugia as well. We're going to roll to Blissey.
Mm-hmm.
And then... This is a difficult decision. I have got Guzma, but Guzma doesn't really do anything for me because I want to get rid of the Luxray. I don't really have any Pokemon that I want other than Squavit, which is pretty swag. I could level ball for the Squavit. Guzma and Harlow are away. Yeah, this seems pretty good. So I'm going to level ball. Off the level ball, I'm going to grab myself Squavit, who with his Nest Stash ability means I can shuffle my hand and put it to the bottom of my deck and then draw one card.
Mm-hmm.
Not brilliant on its own, but with Bibarel, gangster. You just see like 6 cards, which is good with no
Pretty
supporter.
good.
So we're going to do that. Then I think I'm going to Guzma and Harlow, discarding Hisuian Heavy Ball and Unidentified Fossil. I kind of want to see Parallel here because Parallel does give Oscar the pain of getting rid of the Electabuzz, but I know the Electivire is prized, so it's not brilliant. We could also go for a Spursha City Gym and all of my Pokemon get 20 extra hit points, which is mildly infuriating for Oscar to play around as well. If he doesn't have a parallel counter though, it does mean he can't bench anything next turn. So if he can't bench the Raikou and start trying to power that up, it's going to cause him problems. And it stops me from getting paralleled. So I think I'm going to search for parallel.
Seems pretty good.
I attached the recycle energy this turn, so I don't really want an energy. Can I fail the energy? I guess so.
Fail any of it.
And the tool I'm going to grab is going to be Fighting Fury Belt.
Big belt.
Which is great. We are going to play the Parallel City instead of my own Research Lab, which is pretty useless now. Attach Fighting Fury Belt to Sleepy Boy.
Hang on, I have to discuss something.
Oh, yeah.
I think it kind of has to be Electabuzz.
Yeah, you'd be an idiot to get rid of
Sadly.
it. I think. He's a good attacker, but...
Yeah, I did take Electabuzz off the prizes though, that's the thing. But
yeah,
it's fine. Electabuzz can go.
Okay, then I'm going to attach Fighting Fury Belt. Do I want these cards in my hand, or do I want to Squavit my way to some new cards? I mean, it is nice having Guzma in hand, so I think I probably just keep Guzma in hand for now. And then I'm going to Primal Turbo. Off Primal Turbo, we are going to go for the... Bit of a weird choice, actually. Because I don't really want to have the powerful colourless energy on Snorlax because he's doing so much damage already, but I think I'd just go for the double colourless energy. Maybe it's Jet Energy. Yeah. And the Jet Energy. So it loses me a switch, but I don't really need a switch. And most of my guys retreat for a double colourless anyway, so it's not the end of the world if I get Guzma stalled. There's only so much Guzma stall someone can do, and there's a lot of double colourless energy in the game.
Yes.
So. And then I'm going to Deep Crush for the knockout on the Luxray.
What's Ereball doing?
Not enough.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 120. Yeah, not quite.
Just.
So yeah, Deep Crush. So knockouts, and you can't attack next turn.
With Lugia.
Yes. Alright, Flappy goes up with Evelyn.
Do have the Snorlax ready to go with a hell of a lot of hit points.
Alright, so let's have a look at my hand. So my hand wasn't great for last turn, but my hand is actually extremely good for this turn because I can get a Raikou attack off this turn. I also have the Field Blower, so I can get rid of Parallel, and I can get rid of one of these tools on Angus's side. Probably the Fighting Fury Belt, because I will be taking the knockout on Lugia already. I also top deck Unit Energy, which gets me even one of the pieces, so I don't even have to Raihan for that. So that's kind of nice. Yeah, but I guess now that Electabuzz is down, binning off Electivire still feels bad, but I think it's just what I'm going to have to do here because I'm going to sprint after this hand anyway. So, I will start off by playing Ultra Ball to discard the Electivire and the Evo Intense.
Which are both pretty useless cards now. There's only
Pretty
basics
much.
left in the deck, right?
Yeah, unless I can recycle the Electivire back in.
But at the moment,
But
if
yeah,
you're gonna
but for
sprint
right
it
now,
anyway.
yeah, exactly for right now. And we'll get the Amazing Raikou.
Yeah.
Broken card. And then I can VS Seeker. And with VS Seeker I can grab Raihan.
Nice.
And I can use Raihan to attach the Grass Energy
Yeah.
from my discard pile onto Raikou. And then search my deck for any card.
Do you play Parallel?
I do play Parallel.
I feel like Parallel's probably the pick, isn't it? Field Blower away there.
That's the thing, I can just go for the Field Blower and then I can Parallel him back. And then I can take out 2 of those bench Pokemon, which is probably going to be this, and then something else. That is going to limit
It
your
doesn't
options.
hit the weakness on the bench, right? Weakness only hits the
Yeah.
active. So you can't kill
So-
Archeops this turn. So
Can't kill Archeops.
I would just use Archeops to
But
power
yeah,
up
so
Blissey.
you're probably going to get rid of this.
Scrub it
and
and
then,
Bibarel.
but you're either going to have to get rid of this or
No,
Bibarel.
Bibarel.
So either I'm getting rid of your draw power or I'm getting rid of your way to heal Snorlax's status conditions. So seems pretty good. Because I was thinking I can grab like Regieleki here as well because I kind of want to power him up next. I don't really have any ways to search him out anymore. But the Parallel play seems pretty strong. So I will grab that. And yeah, shuffle.
Pretty big turn.
This is pretty big. And then, yes, I will Field Blower, get rid of the Parallel and the Fury Belt. And then I will play my own Parallel, limiting Angus's bench.
I'll get rid of Squirvit, unfortunately, and Bibarel because the Archeops can accelerate the energy. And Bibarel's fine without Squirvit. Squirvit's quite bad without Bibarel, so it was going to be Squirvit. I could have done Archeops and left the Bibarel, but I don't think the draw power is that important. So.
And I'm guessing you just want to keep the Blissey to keep Snorlax going.
And also as an attacker.
Yeah, it's
It's
true.
150 and
150
it
for
powers
3
up
is
the
pretty
next
good.
attacker. So
Yeah.
if I can revive someone, he can just push all of his energy back. So
Yeah, it's true.
Blissey's pretty solid.
Cool, and then my last card is Unit Energy, which I'll attach.
Mm-hmm.
And then I can just sprint, discarding no cards, and draw 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Which is pretty big.
Is pretty big. I did get Rescue Stretcher. So could get my Electivire pieces and my Luxray back into the deck, which could be nice for later in this game. So let me take some knockouts, or I can just get Luxray back into my hand right now, put it on the bench, Dynamite to it once, and get it ready for next turn.
You wouldn't. Oh yeah, you can because you've got 2 Dynamotors.
Which also seems pretty good, because then I have an immediate response to the Snorlax or the Blissey.
Especially considering I don't have any tools, so he does actually knock me out now.
Yes. So I just need to think where I'm going to put this damage from the Raikou. Okay, I think I have to do that. We're going to brush the Scratcher, get Luxray back into my hands, put it straight on the bench. And then I will use Fluffy's Dynamotor to put 1 Lightning onto Raikou and use Electric's Dynamotor to put 1 onto Luxray.
Seems good.
Seems pretty good. And then I can retreat into the Raikou. And I can Amazing Shot. So yeah, it's an interesting decision here where to put this 120. Because this is a knockout. I can just knock out both of these guys with Luxray. So arguably, I just leave those, put the damage here, so that I can hit this with Regieleki later on.
Which is 120.
120. And I think that is what I'm going to do. So I'll put the 120 here
On Archeops.
and knock out the Lugia.
Okay. Lucky energy means I draw a card.
And I'll take off price.
And recycle energy goes back to my hand. And Lugia dies, sadly. Now here is a bit weird. I know I've got energy in the deck that I can just get Blissey going. So Blissey doesn't seem bad here at all because 150 damage knocks out the Raikou. I can move that energy to one of my boys. So I think I promote the Blissey here and force you to have to just knock out the Blissey with the Luxray. Or if you Guzma around it, then I still have an attacker that's not too bad. I'll draw for turn. Now I need to find a way to get around this. Do I Guzma the Luxray here? Because if I Guzma up the Luxray, you can't knock out my attackers.
It's true. I do get another attack with Raikou off, which is pretty strong.
But you're going to get another attack with Raikou anyway.
Am I? You're going to knock him out?
Oh, well, no, but Raikou, it doesn't take... I don't know if it takes that many prizes. I think the thing here to do that would be smart is to Archeops to look... I need to Archeops to the Blissey to get Blissey moving. But I want to see as many cards as possible before I Archeops. But I have energy in hand. So my thought process here is, do I attach to Blissey, Archeops and N or something like that? Do I Archeops to Blissey and not attach and then N and then I have a manual attachment for next turn? But either way, I want to try and see Rescue Stretch or Revive or Rod or something to pick up the boys in the discard pile. I think Tag Call's a dead card, so I'm going to Tag Call and look through my deck and see what I've got left. I have got Mallow and Lana for the switch, but it's not particularly good. But I guess that's another dead card. But I might want to heal later. Yeah, so Mallow and Lana's in there. The special charge we want to hit. How much energy is in here? That and that. That's plenty of energy. We don't power up an attacker by doing that, but we do power up Blissey. So that seems pretty good. So I think I'm going to do Tag Call and fail it. I'm then going to use Archeops and get the twin energy and the powerful colourless energy. I think I'm going back in anyway.
Yep.
Actually, am I? I don't think I am. I kind of want to play a supporter here, but I don't think either of my supporters are particularly good. And there's nothing in my deck that I really want other than recovery. And by looking through my deck, I've just discovered I don't have any recovery, so I have to take it off the prizes anyway. So I think at this point, I will just Happy Cyclone with the Blissey to knock out the Raikou and grab my third to last prize card.
You do got to move those energies, though.
Yeah, they're going on to the... Whoops. They're going on to the Archeops.
Yep.
So if you knock out the Blissey here, I can promote the Archeops, hopefully special charge, get some energy back in there, use that to power up another attacker, if I can get one out. We'll see.
All right. So I'll promote the Fubby. And I'll draw.
Yep.
Got Iona. Which is interesting. So I know you didn't do a lot with your hand, but you do have 6 cards, and you have no draw power in play now after the Parallel City. So putting you on 2 cards,
It's not bad.
could be good. I could also play Teammates. Could play Teammates, and I could actually go for...
Put your hand in the middle a bit more.
With Teammates, I could actually go for Reggie Lecky and an energy. And I can attach to him and Dynamotor and sprint and Dynamotor again. And then I could knock out the Archeops, put 120 or 140 on the Blissey and 40 on the Snorlax to just soften them up. And then Angus needs to find a way to switch. So I don't hate that, and that does take out the Archeops, which means no more energy accelerating, which basically means you've just got Snorlax left. So that seems pretty strong, to be honest. So let's think. I have one Lightning on my bench and one on my discard. I think there might be one prized, but there's definitely one in my deck. So I should be able to just grab the Teammates and grab the Reggie Lecky and the energy and discard it. So let's see that. Teammates.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll grab the Reggie Lecky and the Lightning Energy and put those in my hand. Actually, maybe going back in, because I have Special Charge in my hands, and there's at least unit energy in here. I don't really want to draw that yet, though, so I will bench the Regieleki, and I will attach the Speed Lightning Energy. So I'll draw 2. So I did also draw Escape Rope and Guzma. It's interesting, because I could just get some damage onto get more damage onto Snorlax. But I know I have the Luxray all ready to go in the back. So yeah, I'm just thinking about if I want to save these for next turn or if I want to sprint. But I think I've got a sprint to get this energy and discard, so let's stick the Muscle Band on Regieleki. That allows me to do 140, which means potentially I can clean up with just something to poke for 10 damage or the Flying Flip on the Tapu Koko. Let's play a Special Charge. I'll put the unit, I think that's the only one.
I think it is as well.
I'll go back to my deck. My deck is getting pretty thin. Tends to happen with Lightning when you start sprinting every hand. And I will do exactly that. I will sprint, discard these cards, and draw 4. Okay, and we did get the Tapu Koko as well. It's possible that you could get rid of the Parallel with Field Blower next turn, but then you can't get rid of all of my tools as well, so I still have a free Retreater if you don't get rid of Parallel. So I'm not really... Yeah, I don't think there's a need to bench Tapu yet. So let's use my Dynamotors and stick both of them onto the Regieleki. And then I will retreat into Regieleki, and I will use Terra Spark to discard all my energies. Do 120 to Blissey, sorry, 140 to Blissey because of Muscle Band, 40 to each of these guys, knock out the Archeops.
I just realised that for some reason I didn't take Mallow and Lana off the tag call. I just failed it, which I don't know why I did that. Because I need it now, because the whole point was to Mallow and Lana to get around it, but...
And I take a price.
I think I lose now because I didn't Mallow and Lana like a mug.
Pretty tough now.
I will draw for 10. That's not useful. I'll Guzma the Luxray.
Yep.
Keep Snorlax there. I might as well attach the recycle energy, because even if I get hit, it doesn't really do anything. And I think I just have to thumping snore for the knockout.
Okay.
Which does put Snorlax to sleep.
That's right. But I think I just win here. Because you didn't kill Regieleki. So I'll just draw. Ice Touch. I Dynamite twice with the Fluffy and the Electric. I retreat into Regieleki.
Oh, he's doing 140, isn't he?
I do 100. Even with 120, it's a knockout. And 40 here.
Yeah.
Just knock out both of
Yeah,
these.
yeah, fair enough.
And that's not what my prize is, but it is a bench wipe. So
Yeah.
that is the game.
That's what I was looking
And
for.
there we go.
My last prize was my only out to some recovery, which is a bit annoying. Good game.
Good game. That kind of the parallel stuff in the mid game. I think because I had that big turn where I could get rid of the parallel and get the big Raihan.
Yeah.
That kind of turned it all around.
I
got
spent the
rid of
last
Drop Out.
5 turns looking for Rescue Stretcher and Ordinary Rod, and there was nothing. There was nothing I could do. So a little bit annoying. But I mean, that's what you get for not playing enough recovery. I get greedy with this colorless list and play
Well,
a lot
yeah.
of stuff that is like, oh, that's kind of good though. So I kind of end up playing it, and just wasn't enough recovery.
The Blissey. I feel like the Blissey is actually pretty strong because it does 150 for 3. You preserve the energies because that's what I was kind of getting worried about there is that later on in the game, if you had got like another attacker down on that turn, then you can just Blissey to it. And even if I knock out the Archeops, you still have like 2 fully powered attackers, so the Archeops doesn't even really matter anymore. So
I'm actually thinking while playing Squavit, I don't really need Chinchino,
I think it's
just so good that it's difficult to cut.
But you arguably could cut Squabit. Could cut Squabit though.
Squavit and Bibarel
Because he's
are
only
better.
good when you have Bibarel out.
Yeah. Oh, he's good if you've got anything like Marnie and stuff as well.
But
just
you have
extra
to
cards.
Squabit into money. That's the thing. Like Bibarel's only good because it's on the board. Like with Squabit,
Yeah.
you can't rely on. Like,
Yeah, Squavit could go, and that could be like Rod or Clara or something. I think having it in a
Or it could be,
supporter form would be better because you can Versus Seeker for it. But
Yeah, so it could be Clara, or it could just be like Miriam, or it could be the Sacred Ash item.
Sacred Ash we've talked about later.
Yeah, because
before,
you aren't
Sacred
playing
Ash
basic
is
energies,
pretty good.
so-
Yeah. Right.
GG's.
GG's. Stop recording.